Hey, everybody, this is Travis Hatton, music director of the Beaverton Symphony Orchestra, and I'm back again with a special edition of Meet the Musician interviews. We are actually not going to meet one of the musicians. That's why this particular one is a special edition. Instead, we have a really, really special person here today. It is our brand new executive director, someone who's been with us for not even a month yet.
Yeah.
So not even a month. It's amazing. And so I can tell you for sure that the buzz within the organization is it's electric. We're just really, really excited about this person. And I'm excited to introduce you to her. Please meet our new executive director, Christina.
Hi.
Hey. Christina, thanks for taking time today to talk to me a little bit.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
So, Christina, gosh, there's just so much to ask you about. One thing I can't ask you about is, how's your experience been over the years with the Beaverton Symphony? But I do want to ask you. I do know that you have. There's a couple things about your background I'd like to ask you about, both musical and otherwise, because I do know that you have some interesting musical background, not just personally, but in your family. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I grew up with a very strong appreciation for music and theater. And so over my upbringing, I had the opportunities to play piano, cello, a tiny little bit for a while of flute and clarinet. But I mostly focused on piano. My family, though, has been over the years, we go quite back several generations with composers and other forms of musicians. My grandfather played in Germany the upright bass. My grandmother in Germany played piano. And I have a great uncle who's a composer. And my brother right now is an incredible musician, playing in multiple bands along with his wife, who also is an incredible musician. My sisters have played instruments, and now our nieces and nephews are all playing instruments as well and are incredibly talented. So there's a long lineage of musicians in our family, and they're continuing now with the next generation, which is super exciting.
Yeah, and some of these people are actually, professional performing musicians.
Yes, yes.
And in fact, this composer you mentioned, tell us his name again.
His name is Georg Fürst. And yep, he is in Germany, or is from Germany. He is a composer from early 1936, around there, World War I, World War II, primarily. He's a composer of different military marches, and did several of different marches throughout his career.
Yeah, I actually saw a list of them, and there were quite a few marches that he had actually composed and published during the course of his lifetime. Right. So yeah, that's really, really great. So let me ask you now: are you still playing piano?
I dabble every once in a while, just to keep the fingers nimble, but I haven't really played as much lately. I'm looking forward, though, to I need to tune up the piano and get back into it.
Well, it's a great thing, isn't it? Just to be able to sit down at the piano and play something.
It's a great stress reliever. I love mostly listening to it, but definitely even having the opportunity to play every once in a while is a great stress reliever. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a terrible pianist, but I do enjoy sometimes. I mean, sometimes it is great to just be able to sit down and play something.
Yeah.
I tried accompanying a little bit, but I would accompany and then that would never get asked again, sort of thing. So, the writing was on the wall as far as my piano playing, but I still, even though I would be like an amateur pianist, it's a great thing, isn't it? Just have in your life.
Yeah, my brother grew up playing Suzuki violin, and I believe also my sister Heidi, she also played cello with the Suzuki method, and my mom was often accompanying them on the piano to help them along. So yeah, there's being able to accompany on the piano that's definitely a challenge. And so
I think for the first book or two of Suzuki stuff, I could probably still do that. But after that, no, I probably probably can't play that anymore. So, okay, Christina, that's a really interesting, I mean, an extensive musical background in your family, for sure. Now, you are, of course, now not a member of our orchestra.
No.
You are our new executive director, right? You're
Yep.
in charge of so much now. So, I mean, what is it? What is it about this particular position that, what is it about your background? I mean, what is it that drew you to apply for this position?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I grew up in theater and also, then a little bit with music and playing instruments. And I've just always had a passion for performing arts. And I love the dimming of the house lights and the stage lights coming up and that magic that happens with a performance. And so I knew, though, quickly as I was growing up, that I probably was never going to become an actress or a professional musician. But I still had that love and appreciation for that performance. And I soon learned and figured out that my gift was in meeting management, event management, hospitality. And so being able to create that magic was then expanded over a 30-year career of different types of event management and working in that industry. And so I was able to, over the last several years, to have that opportunity to fine tune that skill and create some magic for folks while they're coming to events and participating in educational conferences and other social networking events. And so from there, I also had the opportunity of working with several different nonprofit organizations with different leadership, different levels of leadership.
Mhm.
And so being able to apply those skills and then the event management skills to come to the symphony was just a great opportunity to be able to get back into that performing arts organization and be a part of that magic, and to then apply those leadership skills that I've been able to fine tune a little bit over the last couple of years, and had the opportunity and the humble pleasure of being asked to join the symphony as the executive director.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, everybody is really excited about your coming on, and we're looking forward to the future. And, and as you know, it's kind of an awkward time,
Yes.
to join the orchestra. We haven't had a concert since January, I think, and it looks like we're not going to have. There's been no official word yet, but it seems kind of likely that our fall concert season may be, if not canceled outright, then certainly altered.
Well, and I would like to say it's not canceled. I like the word altered, or just we're coming up with a different way of performing and bringing the music to the community.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going virtual and working on that. I know you've been doing an incredible job with the symphony, and we just yesterday, even on the 6th, posted our first virtual concert, and it's amazing. And I look forward to working with the symphony and with you to produce more virtual concerts and bringing that to the Beaverton and the community around the world, even.
Yeah, well, I know that we're also looking into some kind of possibilities of some kind of small ensemble concert that can be videotaped or streamed. That's more or less live, and those sort of things we're working on, for sure. But nonetheless, as the executive director, there will be some point where you're gonna come to a packed house with a complete orchestra. I know this will happen.
Of course it will happen. I look forward to when we can be back live and in person.
Right. Well, as the executive director, you're probably gonna be, everybody's gonna get a chance to meet you. You probably will be asked to get up and speak and say something to everybody. So what is it that you might say to everybody about, the future of the Beaverton Symphony?
Well, one of the things that I think is so important and such an incredible gift that the Beaverton Symphony Orchestra does is that we provide such incredible music for anyone in the community. And it's such a great opportunity to be able to connect with the community and have that level of engagement. I hope that we can continue to, with the construction of the Reeser Performing Arts Center, that we'll be able to perform there and in other locations, and be able to just really open up even for the next generation, and it totally have that love of music and have that little bug or seed planted in our future musicians, and working with all of our incredible musicians in the symphony to provide that access to music, I think is such an incredible and important part of our gift back to the community, and having that connection and engagement.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you up on the stage saying something like that, hopefully sometime in 2021. But I really do hope, and I'm sure that a lot of people, our supporters, our audience members are really looking forward to meeting you in person as well.
Well, I'm looking forward to that as well. And until then, we'll meet online.
Yeah, we'll do our best, right, to keep it going. Oh, Christina, this was great. I do hope that, this at least gives, our supporters and our community a little bit of information about you, a chance to get to know you a little bit, at least for the time being. So I really, really appreciate your time that you took to talk to me today.
Well, thank you very much for having me. And I look forward to meeting the community and working with the symphony. And we'll see you again soon.
Yep. All righty. Thanks again.